let me show you what I have here. My wonderful father, he's already chopped things for me because he's nice like that, and I'm sure my mother helped him too. I just don't know who did what here, but they've chopped the onions for me and the tomatoes already, and then I've added the garlic and ginger paste and some cinnamon sticks, jeera seeds, clove, bay leaf, and I didn't put too much of those dry spices, I mean the whole spices, because I've got the dry spices here, like the garam masala, some cinnamon powder, turmeric, Kashmiri masala because I like that one, and the pink salt, the Himalayan salt. As I pointed out before, when you put the coconut oil in, well, like so, it just melts and you've got regular looking oil. And I'm telling you, this doesn't even taste like coconut. The curry doesn't even end up with like a coconut taste. I'm trying to get that off. Okay. Anyway, look what I have here. A wooden spoon. Y'all are going to be so proud of me. Look at that. Look at that. So now I'm just turned up the heat a bit because as we have discovered, doing this is tricky. So I'm just going to pop all of this in. My oil is nice and hot. This time round, we're just going to give that a stir and let that braise until the onions brown, and we'll be back. Well, the onions have browned really nicely, and I'm going to add all the spices in there. That's the garam masala, turmeric and cinnamon powder, and this is the Kashmiri, and I'm just going to give it a little stir, just so the spices can braise a little bit as well. And what I like to do at this point is, just to avoid some water, I add the tomatoes in. Yeah, what I do, going to give that a little stir. Add a drop of water. And let that braise for a little bit until the tomatoes wilt down a bit. So there are many ways that you can do this step. Some people like to brown the meat first. It just depends on my mood. I could also do that. You can totally do that as well. I'm just feeling like I'm running short of time, because they could be back from church and they could be really hungry, and the last thing I want them to come here and see me doing is making a video while the people are starving. So yeah, I just already added the tomatoes in and stuff to just cook down, and I'm also about to throw in the meat, so let me get that going. So I've already given this a good stir, as you can see, because I only have one free hand when I'm recording. We're still trying to cross that bridge, but yeah, so this is basically what we're left with now, and we're going to let that cook down. I'll probably add a little bit of water at some point so things don't get caught at the bottom of the pot. Yeah, but we're gonna now leave this to cook. It has everything except salt, so let's get down to that. Pink salt, here's a teaspoon. It should be okay, maybe like a teaspoon and a half, and I will check on that later to see if it needs more salt or not. So it's now about 15 minutes later, and that mutton curry is coming along quite nicely actually. And I have the potatoes that I've already chopped up. There's about 3 big potatoes there that I've just cut into 4 pieces each, approximately. And I'm about to add that in there. And then give it a stir and wait for it to cook. I just want to say how tricky it is to try and look cute and do a video while you're cooking with masala. Because man, did that already splash on my top a few times and I've had to wipe it off. But you know, really tricky. Like, people don't tell you that all of the stuff goes into making a video. Like, they really don't tell you. But good thing is, because mutton takes a while to cook, I've managed to straighten my hair in that time so that I can still look a bit decent when people come over. And hopefully I can do a wardrobe change, and hopefully you guys didn't notice this wonderful pimple on my forehead. You can also add a lot more water at this point if you know that the potatoes are going to take a little bit of time to cook. Yeah, so it will all just cook together. How much of water depends on how much of gravy you want at the end. There's enough potato to thicken up the gravy, and when it's like halfway cooked, you can also just check on the salt again, or at any point wherever you feel like you need to check on the salt, just do that. Hopefully you didn't add too much. And if you added less, then you can just add more. So there you have it. The beautiful mutton curry with tons of dhania, just like I like it. So glad my parents remembered the dhania so that it could look pretty. And this is my dad about to taste my curry. I know he's going to say it's nice anyway because I'm his child. But how is it?
That's true. Very good.
So I'm finally alone again, so I can say goodbye properly. House is quiet. Everyone's stomach is full. And they were quite happy. You can ask them, for those of you who know them, I'm not lying. Mutton curry was amazing. And I look forward to my next recipe that I will show you. That one's going to be fun. And hopefully I get to have a guest, or I get to be in somebody else's kitchen. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, and have a good day.